Hello everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to tonight's Totally Normal Football League game. I'm TG, and tonight we have two division rivals fighting to keep their postseason dreams alive. The Kingston Gators are on the road against the New York Knitters, both of these teams 1 and 3. The Gators coming off of their coming off of their victory over division rival the Toronto Trash Pandas, and the New York Knitters are 1 and 3 with their only win coming at a surprise upset victory against the visiting Janitors at a home game. This is the third home game in a row for the New York Knitters. And yeah, both teams fighting to stay alive in the postseason. A loss here basically means it is mathematically impossible for either of these teams to get a wild card spot. There's 6 teams in the Totally Normal Football League. The number 1 rated team in the league at the end of the regular season goes straight to the Totally Normal the Totally Normal Bowl. And then the next best 2 teams after that are playing a wild card game to see who the away team will be in the Totally Normal Bowl. And so if either of these 2 teams want to keep their dreams alive and possibly get to the Normal Bowl and turn their seasons around, they basically need to win the next 3 games in a row straight if they want any chances. Their only upside is that over their division of the Shitbirds, the Janitors, and the Stoats is crazy competitive, and basically their matches are going any which way. So I have a feeling that we're going to have a lot of teams with very similar win-loss columns. And it's a close race, but if they want to be in the race at all, they need to win here, and then they need to keep winning. The Knitters in trouble, as they have lost a key part of their defense for this game. Destin Mystery went out with an injury during the Stoats game, and he's not back for 3 days. Destin Mystery is such a huge part of the Knitters' defense. In fact, I believe he leads the team in pretty much everything. He's got 16 tackles this season, 5 deflections, and he leads the team in interceptions with 2, one of which was a pick 6. So he's been invaluable at that cornerback position for the Knitters. And they're also down, free safety Kyrie Dingle, who has 12 tackles and 1 deflection this season. And they've also lost one of their best receiving targets in their tight end Dirk Frickner, with 17 receptions for 136 yards this season. So many valuable tools to this Knitters defense and offense that they've lost. And the Gators are coming to New York completely healthy and very, very, very hungry for a win. So although the New York Knitters are still the favorites to take this game home, the injuries do not look too kindly on them. And we're going to jump straight to the action as we get this game a-rolling. Yeah, crap. Where'd my window go? Ah! Please, I beg you. My window. There we go. God, I can't wait until I figure out how to window this game. Yeah, Graham Howard still quarterbacking for the Gators. Now, both of these quarterbacks have been struggling this season, and that's a large reason behind both Graham Howard's here, who is the quarterback for the Gators, and Roger Goddamn, the quarterback for the Knitters. Roger Goddamn, in particular for the Knitters, has had a very, very rough season. He's got an overall passer rating this season of around 50, and he's thrown more interceptions than any other quarterback in the league at 7 interceptions so far here, and we're going into week 5, which is not great. It's almost a pick and a half a game. fact, you're basically throwing 2 interceptions a game with those numbers, which is super inexcusable. And here comes Ziggy's side smash to kick off the game. So stepping in for Destin Mystery, who's the usual kick and punt returner for the Knitters, is Izzy Freestag, wide receiver. And the New York Knitters will be first on offense, down their star tight end Dirk Frickner. But they've still got Ollie Jawova, who's one of the better running backs. But Roger Goddamn's looking through the air, and they're going to throw it to Morgan Salesboy. Morgan Salesboy is their wide receiver number 1, and he leads the team currently in receiving yards. And that'll be another first down for them as they begin the game immediately with a 10-yard toss. Salesboy on the move. They hand it to Ollie Jawova, who runs up the left side almost for a first down. Stopped by Randall Cloud. And that'll be for another first down, and already the Knitters moving the chains. Not quite yet, though, as the ball was spotted just before the marker. So it'll be a 2nd and inches play. So filling in for Dirk Frickner is Benjamin Blender. And Ollie Jawova trying to pass on the flat there, but tackled down by Ken Chokanu. Who has come into his own. He did amazingly against the Trash Pandas last game, as we're in 3rd and inches now. Ken Chokanu came up with an interception and had a lot of key tackles to stop the Trash Pandas offense, so he'll be important here as backup running back Ollie Applesnack punches it through for a first down. And the Knitters have worked their way to the outside of their 40-yard line. Taking a long time to hike the ball here. Roger Goddamn looking through the air. Passes it to the left side, and nobody is there to get in the way of Izzy Freestag, who gets another completion. And this Gators passing defense seems to be completely asleep at the wheel. Back cross goes to Ollie Jawova, who tries to get it through, but Jay McDiggle, middle linebacker, stops the run dead. Roger Goddamn in the shotgun for the 2nd and 9. J.K. Jokester, the free safety, moving all the way up. And Goddamn's under pressure, but he throws it to Izzy Freestag once again.
9-yard gain on the play.
That's going to lead to another 3rd and inches. And it's a pitch to Ollie Jawova, who runs it all the way down the right side until he's finally stopped by Randall Cloud, and he's going to run that all the way to the Gators' 15-yard line. And again, the Gators just unable to do anything about the Knitters' offense. And oh, a big tackle for loss.
On the carry, 3-yard loss on the play.
It kind of looked like Peter Blubb making the tackle.
Roger.
And that might have been Denny Buglas, but a huge tackle for loss there pushes them back 3 yards, 2nd and 13. Goddamn once again looking through the air, and it's broken up.
Wheeler, the intended receiver, on the play.
Jay McDiggle breaking up the pass. Dick Wheeler, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 13 here as the Gators are trying to defend against this red zone play. Spreading out wide are the Knitters. Roger goddamn pump fakes, throws it to the right side, and it's tipped away by Tyler McFridge.
Number 12, the intended receiver on the play.
So the Knitters at the 20-yard line look like they're getting Eddie Bathhouse out, and they're going to hold, the Gators are going to hold the Knitters to 3 points.
Number 1 in to attempt a field goal. The field goal attempt is
2 run stops and an incompletion. But the Knitters move the chains easily through the midfield with all of those key receptions, mostly to Izzy Freestag. Morgan Salesboy helping out as well, so it'll be interesting how the Gators try to adjust their coverage to try and stop them well before the end zone.
New York is lined up for the kickoff. Number 25 back deep to return.
Trayvon Enterkey punts it deep, and Fizzle Beef is going to opt for the touchback. So the Gators will begin their first drive of the game here in New York at their 20-yard line.
Let's get him. Come on. Set.
There we go. It's a handoff to Aston Sullivan, but coming in like a missile is linebacker Nick Showers, who breaks up the running play. Graham Howard looked incredibly slow on that handoff. I have no idea what that was about. Gators once again looking for Aston Sullivan, but oh my god. And Graham Howard is injured on the play as Bill Pickle tackles him down, trying to hand it off to Aston Sullivan. That means Sylvester Kingston is here to back up for him. And it's an over the middle and it's complete. Ben Tanner gets his first reception, but that's going to be a 4th and out after a big sack. Not only kills the drive, but takes Graham Howard out of the game. And the Gators are in a really rough spot here. Ziggy Sidesmash out to punt, possibly the best punter in the league. He's almost hit 400 yards punted this season, which is probably not a super great statistic, considering punting's not really a thing you generally want to do. But this guy has hit it inside the 20 more times than any other punter in the league, given the amount of attempts. And he's for sure an asset to a struggling Gators offense. Goddamn out to control the ball again. They're just outside of their 35-yard line. We'll see if the Gators can deal with this offense, but Ollie Jawova rolls right into Tyler McFridge.
7-yard gain on the play.
Second and 3, and Roger Goddamn gets tripped up a little bit. It looks like he was trying to go for a handoff, but a little bit of miscommunication, and the Gators come crashing in as we close out the first quarter of the game. The Gators trailing by 3 here in New York, as both teams are struggling to stay alive in the wild card picture. Third and 4, Morgan Salesboy on the move. Tyler McFridge moving to cover him, so strong man coverage here for the Gators. It's a handoff to number 31, and it's a 4th down. Here comes crashing in Jevin Holdsbard. That was new running back Ray Roundabout. There's Trayvon Enterkey with the punt. A really good punt as David Fizzlebeef is immediately tackled down by Ray Roundabout. And the Gators will begin their drive on their 25-yard line. Sylvester Kingston still in at quarterback. Kingston drops back, looks for someone open. Deep pass to the right side, but tipped away. Josh Stunlock on the coverage.
Bulldog under. Ace, ace. Might cover. Foul.
Sylvester Kingston, play action to the right side, tries to get it to, tries to pass it to Nick Hatchback. And the Gators are struggling to get anything going. And Graham Howard's back out. 3rd and 10, they're starting QB back on the field in the shotgun position. Ben Tanner on the move. Knitters shifting the coverage. It's a short pass to Tanner, but it's for 4th down. And the Gators will have to punt it away again. This one goes sharp to the left. Oh, fair catch was called, but that weird bounce on the New York's artificial turf sends that ball backwards, so it's not as good as a punt as they hoped for, as the Knitters will begin this drive just inside of their 40-yard line. So the Gators held them to a 3-and-out last drive as they handed off to Ollie Jawova, and he is immediately pushed down by Ken Chokanu, who again is having a heck of a day. He's certainly hugely improved on defense for the Gators. We weren't calling his name pretty much at all at the beginning of the regular season. It feels like in these last 2 games, Chokanu has done a lot on defense, making these great plays, especially with stopping these runs on the edge. As you see there, Chokanu shifting as Ollie Jawova goes on the outside, but gets 4 yards off of it. And Ollie Jawova has been struggling. One of the best running backs in the league, it looked like, in the opening weeks, has certainly had his production almost more than halved in the last 2 games alone. It seems that other teams are getting wise to the routes they like to run. As you see there, they're not even running a running back in this. And Roger Goddamn is in trouble, but no, he gets it out! Blown coverage on Benjamin Blender gets the 1st down. And Denny Bugles gets the tackle, and it looked like for sure that Gators pass rush was about to get Roger Goddamn on the floor, but I don't know what happened with that pathing. But the Knitters get it to the 50-yard line. And immediately jumped! Holy moly! Looked like Matthew Hart Bishop was ready on the gun. And he gets himself a sack. That's going to set the Knitters back 3 yards. And Roger Goddamn dropping back once again under pressure. Another completion to Izzy Freestag, who's been doing great this game so far. Martin Fennick with the tackle. And while this pass rush has been fairly good for the Gators, they seem to not be able to do anything in terms of breaking up passes along the middle. All of these in routes are just getting into the hands of the receivers for free, and there was almost another one there as 3rd string tight end Burt Breakfast gets a drop. And again, Dirk Frickner out for this game. So Benjamin Blender and Burt Breakfast having to step it up in his absence, and that drop is going to have to force the Knitters to punt here. And this should go into the end zone. Fair catch being called by Fizzlebeef. And that's going to roll in for a touchback. The Knitters up 3 points here as we're about halfway done the 2nd quarter. More than halfway done. About a minute and 20 seconds until the 2-minute warning as Graham Howard slings it to the left side, tries to throw it to Larry Balding, who was in double coverage, or Ben Tanner, sorry, who was in double coverage, but doesn't come up with it. And I think the longer we see this game go on, the more and more often we'll see Graham Howard try to sling these rainbow passes. And it's a handoff to Asta Sullivan, who explodes up the middle for a first down.
On the run, gain of 12 on the play.
Excellent first down there by the struggling running back. He was extremely hyped up when the Gators first put together their roster, but he became a laughingstock in the first couple weeks as he averaged 0.2 yards per carry, so it's great to see some explosive runs out of him. Graham Howard has to throw it away as he's under pressure from this Knitters D-line.
On the play.
And it's 2nd and 10 for Howard and the Gators. Howard taking lots of steps back, breaking containment, and it's complete to Brent Budgeson.
Gain of 12 on the play.
Running an in route. Gets the reception and the first down, and the Gators keep the chains moving.
Here we go. Here we go.
4th play of the drive.
Mad dog over.
Gators a little in trouble. Throws it to Flatten, almost directly into the hands of Angelo Prancin Dancer.
Receiver on the play.
Delta, switch one. Stretch. Stretch. Check two.
In 2nd and 10, this pass offense has not been clicking for the Gators so far. So they're going to play action. It's a laser beam to the left side into Nick Hatchback's hands. And a huge reception there by the tight end. A laser beam thrown by Graham Howard. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Gators have clawed their way to the Knitters' 40-yard line.
Shotgun. Shotgun.
And Graham Howard's going to start off on first down from the shotgun.
Get up.
Knitters already collapsing the pocket and trying to throw it to Omar Jeltz, who doesn't have a reception yet today.
On the play.
Omar Jeltz, the star receiver of the Gators, but we haven't seen much production from him in the past couple games, and that's quite possibly why the Gators have been struggling. Graham Howard dropping back, throws it to the flat to 37, Mickey Ramjam. Or that's Doug Gongshow, sorry. The Gators hurriedly try to get into position with 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the half.
Bump down. Bump down.
Nick Hatch back on the move.
Mad dog over.
There's the snap. Throws it over. It's a very slow running Doug Gongshow. Gets the first down. He's got like 30 speed. Bless his heart. But what he also has is a first down catch.
Get at him, dude.
Great work there. Graham Howard stepping back. Looking and no, he tries to sprint forward, but that door is immediately closed by Jacoby Harmsway. In the shotgun is Graham now. Lots of time. Throws a deep pass to the right side. Tries to get it into the hands of Doug Gongshow, but
Intended receiver on the play.
there's coverage in the way, and it's 3rd down here, just outside of the Knitters' 20-yard line.
Corner. Corner. It's too easy right here.
3rd and 12 after that sack. Graham once again looking through the air. It's down and over, and look at that, Aiden Spears. No, Nathan Sittler, sorry. Nathan Sittler, backup running back, gets the catch and the first down, and that's going to put them on the 4-yard line. Knitters in trouble.
Mike cover.
We might see the rare handoff to Aston Sullivan, and he runs it down for a touchdown, and the Gators put 6 on the board as the waves part for Sullivan to the end zone. Mel Poopsie trying to close the hole, but in there too late. And Andre Fourscore, who hasn't missed an extra point yet this season. He puts it through the uprights for a point, and that's going to have Kingston leading by 4 points with only 51 seconds left in the half. So the Knitters, who had no problem moving the chains downfield until they got to around the Gators' 20-yard line, when it seemed that the Gators stepped up their offense into overdrive and limited them to a field goal. They're now going to have 51 seconds remaining in order to score any points on this drive, as the Gators will receive the ball at the half. Both teams still with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And the Knitters will begin this drive outside of their 35-yard line. Or 25, sorry. Roger Goddamn in the shotgun. Ollie Jawova there to protect him. Roger Goddamn over the middle, and it's complete to Izzy Freeze tag. And the Knitters use their first timeouts. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, I'm being told. And Goddamn with split backs in the shotgun. It's a deep pass to the left side, and it's broken up.
Number 41 on the coverage.
41, that's Martin Fennick. So the Gators get a pass breakup, and now they're 3rd and close. Gators only 50% successful. It's a pitch to Ollie Jawova. Tries to get out of the way, but no, Ollie Jawova falls down. Couple yards short of the line. Randall Cloud. It looked like Ollie Jawova dodged into him. And Trayvon Enderkey will be out to punt. It looks like this Gators defense is now fully awake. Deep punt.
38-yard punt, returned for a gain of 7 yards.
So we'll more than likely see the Gators take it easy on this drive. Try and, stay healthy. They'll get the ball back at the half. Or who knows? Maybe they still have 2 timeouts left. Maybe they could convert this 7 seconds into another field goal and go up to 10 at the half. Throws it over, and it's complete to Ben Tanner.
9-yard gain on the play. The offense calls a timeout.
And the Gators will use their final timeout. Apparently, I am not keeping track of when they use their timeouts, so they basically have 2 plays remaining. They've got a 2nd and inches play here. Who knows? Maybe an Omar Jeltz Hail Mary will get it done for another 6 points. But not if the Knitters have anything to say about it. Dropping back, it's a short reception. Oh, Ben Tanner gets absolutely ruined by Angelo Prancin Dancer. And he's going to be sent to the blue tent on the sidelines for concussion protocol. That looked like an insane hit. And it's 3rd and inches for the Gators. Just when I said they wanted to avoid injuries. Ugh, hopefully Ben Tanner's okay. Brain pan rattled up on that one. It's a handoff to Aston Sullivan, who goes right up the side for a first down. And he's had a great day today. 4 rushes for 21 yards. That's a tick over 5 yards a rush. That is not bad here in the league, kid. And that's going to take us to the half. No, we got one more play. It's over the middle. It's complete to... Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Larry Boldy gets the goal. He gets a breakaway off the pass. I did not see that coming. What? He finds the hole. He hitches around. He's got, like, no agility. So it looks like the defenders are catching up, but then he's out of there. And the Knitters were not fast enough. And just like that, the Kingston is up another touchdown going into the half. I can't believe it. So the Gators digging a swamp hole for the Knitters to try and crawl out of here in the second half. Again, on the line. Both of these teams need to start a winning streak now if they want to keep any wildcard hopes alive for the postseason. Both of these teams 1-3 as David Fizzlebeef runs to the 20-yard line.
Number 25 on the return.
I don't see Ben Tanner there, unfortunately. It's a handoff to Aston Sullivan, who runs, and he's almost out of there. But he's stopped by Mel Poopsie. And Aston Sullivan, he's a new man, I tell you. Another amazing rush for a first down and then some. That's going to put them just past their 30-yard line. Graham Howard dropping back. He's passing it over the middle to Omar Jeltz, who gets a first down completion. And this Gators offense is here. And that is not easy against this Knitters defense, who has Josh Stunlock and Wesley Eastman. Bill Pickle still on there controlling the middle. And even though they might be down two of their key players, a gigantic tackle by Josh Stunlock, who I was just talking about, gets Omar Jeltz out of the way of that pass. And the Gators, 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line. Graham Howard in the shotgun. He's got lots of time. It's over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Number 11, the intended receiver.
Angela Prancin Dancer knocking it out of the hands of Brent Budgeson. So far we've had one injury. Ben Tanner, number 13, wide receiver for the Gators, possibly out with a concussion as it's over the middle. I think that was intended for Nick Hatchback, but he got tied up in the weeds and missed the window, so that's going to be right through the middle. And Ziggy side smash out to punt. Did that coffin? Did Ziggy side smash just perfectly coffin that ball? Ho 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 ho! Ho ho! We've seen some excellent punts here in the TNFL, but I think this is the record for closest to the end zone. A magnificent punt from the best punter in the league, Ziggy side smash. And the Knitters are pretty much starting their own damn end zone. It's play action. They're going to pass it all the flat. And is that a safety? No, it's listed as no gain, as Randall Cloud was very close to scoring 2 points for the defense.
Come on now. Let's do this.
2nd and 10. And they're going to hand it off to Ollie Jawova, who tries to make their way through the forest, but it's a face masking penalty for linebacker Ken Chokunu. And that's going to get the Knitters out of that sticky situation, so they'll get the run plus penalty distance, and that's enough for a first down. Just outside their 10-yard line, the Knitters avoid safety disaster on that last set of plays. They're going to hand it down to backup running back Ray Roundabout. Now, the Knitters have only made one roster change this whole season. They saw on their list that Clint Hardball was leading their team in pancakes by a lot. So they actually rotated the backup running back to their main offensive line, and he seems to be doing great this game. Pass to the flat. It's complete to the tight end. Bird Breakfast.
9-yard gain on the play.
Tyler McFridge with the tackle. And again, in Dirk Frickner's absence, Benjamin Blender and Burt Breakfast have been stepping up to the occasion. Blender in particular has been doing pretty well, but we saw Burt Breakfast have a key drop that led to a punt. It's a handoff to Ollie Jawova, and that play was completely sniffed out by Javin Holdsbard. Tackle for 1 yard loss. 2nd and 11 now for the Knitters. Roger Goddamn play action. Throws it to the flat again to number 31, Ray Roundabout.
Gain of 2 on the play.
That's going to be thrown for a game of 2. But that's going to be a 3rd down. The Knitters at their 25-yard line, and they need to make it to the 35-yard line. Goddamn, drops back, looking for a completion over the middle, and it's broken up incomplete.
The intended receiver on the play.
That wasn't Ruben Staples. That looked like someone ending in a 9. That might have been Drew Badford. But Trayvon Enterkey out to punt, and the New York Knitters getting more and more desperate. Oh, it's a fumble. Thankfully, David Fizzlebeef recovers. That could have been a huge disaster should the kicking team have recovered there. But this kick being recovered at the Gators' 35-yard line. And a very quick snap and play action for Graham Howard, but he is battered down by Quentin Screamley.
Receiver on the play.
And after that, it is 2nd and 10. Ruled an incompletion instead of a sack. Graham Howard throwing it on the flat to Omar Jeltz. Gets the sidestep around Mel Poopsie, but Josh Stunlock brings him down.
On the play.
And you can really feel the missed presence of Destin Mystery, out for 3 games after his injury sustained in that Stoats game last week. And Graham Howard's trying to run it, and he will get the first down as Bill Pickle gets the tackle. And this is a threat you have to think about with Graham Howard, is that he's just got insane speed and acceleration that, depending on what kind of way you try to attack the pocket, if you squeeze him out, he is going to come out like a rocket. And if he's less than 4 yards away from a first down, he will get that for his team. Graham Howard passing it to Aston Sullivan, who's been having a huge day, and he continues to have a huge day as he races forward for a first down before Johnny Johnson takes him out at the down marker. Amazing day here from the running crew of the Gators. That's another first down as they're approaching on the Knitters' 40-yard line. Taking a while for the snap. Graham Howard stepping back, throwing it to the left side of the field. It looks complete to number 15, Larry Balding. Still no sign of Ben Tanner. But he's probably out with a concussion after that heavy hit he sustained. We'll try and keep an eye out for him. Split backs in the shotgun with Graham Howard. Looking for someone open all the time in the world. He throws a short pass to Doug Gongshow, the fullback.
5-yard gain on the play.
All that build up, and he takes the fullback option play for a short gain, but that's going to be 2nd and 5. It's another play, it's another handoff, sorry. But this time, and nothing happens. Well scouted there by the Knitters defense as we begin the last quarter of the game. The Gators up 2 scores. Knitters need to score 11 points here in 8 minutes. But the Gators have possession of the ball on their 35-yard line. Play action pass. It's a throw to the right side, and it's an interception. And it's a fumble. What is happening? What is happening? The ball is rolling. Offense recovers on the Knitters' 15-yard line. What in the world was that? Wesley Eastman with the interception, but had the knocked out of his hands by the tackle. And that thing bowled up the... They got maybe like 10 yards on that play just from the rolling alone. I have never. Gators started the drive from the 15-yard line. Play action. It's a laser beam trying to get to Omar Jeltz, but Josh Stunlock is there to break up the pass. I am still lost for words on what I just witnessed. That's got to be one of the top 5 dumbest moments I've seen in the Totally Normal Football League so far. 2nd and 10 are the Gators on the 15-yard line of the Knitters. Howard dropping back, pocket collapsing over the middle, and Nick Hatchback gets a touchdown. And that's the 2nd passing touchdown for Graham Howard this game. He is having a career day today when 2 passing touchdowns in this league is worth celebrating. Let me tell you what. It's a bit dire over here in this universe, but what isn't dire is how good Andre Fourscore is at getting point after tries. He hasn't missed one yet. And that one goes a little bit to the right. That was actually kind of scary from the perspective we had there, but Andre Fourscore pulls through and the Gators score another touchdown. Up 18 points now. And Ziggy side smash out for the kickoff. And what a game the Gators are having today. Ziggy side smash with possibly the best punt we've seen in the league so far. Aston Sullivan having a career day with some fantastic rushes. Seems like 3 of those runs were for first downs from 10 yards away. And of course, Larry Balding with a out-of-nowhere touchdown to end the first quarter of the game. The Knitters are definitely playing behind now. It's a laser beam thrown by Roger Goddamn to number 15. And to Roger Goddamn's credit, we've been talking Gators this, Gators that, considering how, you know, they have more points on the board. But one thing I was talking about going into this game is Roger Goddamn's worst statistics. 7 interceptions thrown this game. Thrown this season. That'd be insane in one game, sorry. But he hasn't thrown a pick yet. He's been very good with protecting the ball and getting it where it needs to. And he especially in the first quarter of the game, he was on fire with receptions. I think he got like, 7 completions in a row there for first downs until they were stopped in the Gators' red zone. 3rd and inches here. Pocket in trouble, big laser beam, and it's complete to Desmond Jobber Squash, and again, giving all the credit to Roger Goddamn. Struggling all season, but he is getting it done. At least when it comes to marching up the field. If they can get their red zone woes solved, they might be able to charge back here with only 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Goddamn, handing it off to Ollie Jawova, shrugs off the tackle from Jay McDiggle, brought down by J.K. Jokester. And Ollie Jawova has been absolutely struggling, not only in this game, but just recently. The running offense just hasn't been what it used to for the Knitters. And Martin Fennick gets a huge breakup here. Collides with Izzy Freestag. And it's third down now for the Knitters. 3rd and 7 at the 50-yard line. Goddamn, once again looking through the air. It's an interception! And just as I spoke too soon, Ruben Staples his second game back after being injured gets the pick. And Roger Goddamn is no longer flawless on interceptions this game. So the Gators will start this drive past the 50-yard line in Knitters territory. And Howard's going to pass it to Aston Sullivan, but this run goes nowhere thanks to Bill Pickle. Second and 8 after that 2-yard Sullivan run. Howard dropping back, and he's just going to run for it. He's got blockers in front, but Mel Poopsie gets through.
3-yard gain on the play.
And Howard's going to rush for 3 yards. Third down and 5 for the Gators. Just over the Knitters' 45-yard line. Howard looking for a pass. Will he get it? It's a laser beam complete to Mickey Ramjam.
Gain of 12 on the play.
So they'll move the chains. They moved up to the Knitters' 30-yard line. And oh my god, Aston Sullivan left for the Wolves as he's tackled down by both Bill Pickle and Nick Showers. Terrible run blocking on that one from the Gators. That's exactly what the Knitters need. Again, only 3 minutes, 50 seconds, and Howard's going to run for it. Aston Sullivan trying to block, but from behind, Ty Gain gets the tackle. And this is slowly becoming out of reach for the Knitters, playing their 3rd home game in a row. 3rd and 5 for the Gators. Play action and Jacoby Harmsway, or that's Ty Game, sorry, charging through and completely stopping whatever the Gators had planned. And this home crowd is starting to get some energy back as Andre Fourscore attempts a 48-yard field goal attempt.
Number 4 is lined up for the field goal.
And it is good. The Gators had another 3 points on the board to go up to 24-3. That just puts it further out of reach for the Knitters squad, as the Gators look to make it 2 in a row. Now, this is only the first time these two division rivals have met. They will have one more game scheduled for the last week of the regular season. And depending on how the Gators play next week, the Knitters might play spoiler to a possible wildcard spot, depending on how insanely competitive the over-there division is in the time to come. We've got a great game between the Stoats and the Shitbirds coming up on Friday that will help paint a better picture of how that championship division is going to be shaped up. And the Knitters need to make something happen here. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the game. Down by a lot, and Roger Goddamn is swallowed right up. Matthew Hart Bishop with his first sack of the game. That's going to set them back to the 15-yard line. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Knitters are going to need to pull out every trick in the book in order to get back into this one. Down 3 touchdowns at this point. Roger Goddamn in the shotgun. They are going to go to the air, and they are going to go quickly. It's to the flat to Ollie Jawova, who starts running, but Matthew Hart-Bishop is there to get the tackle. Knitters scrambling to try and do something on this 3rd and 13. And it's a blitz from the Gators and immediately shoved down, and McDiggle breaks up the pass to the flat. And the Knitters have no choice but to go for it the whole game on the line here, as they are 4th and 13 on their 17-yard line. It's a pass to the flat, nearly intercepted by Ruben Staples. And that's a turnover on downs. Close. Turnover on downs in the Knitters red zone. And this Knitters home crowd is furious. It's a handoff, sorry, to fullback Doug Gongshow, who runs it right up the middle, slams it right in there. That's going to bring it to 2nd and 3. A 7-yard run for the fullback. We're going to see more runs here. Pass off to Aston Sullivan, who gets a first down and then some, 3 yards away from the end zone. That's going to help bulk up the kids' average. First and goal, 2 yards away. We might see a Graham Howard QB sneak up the middle depending on the blocking, or we might see a handoff again. It's a handoff to Aston Sullivan looking for a touchdown, but gets tackled by Bill Pickle. That's so mean. 2nd and goal, 1 yard away. Oh, and immediately tackled down. Jacoby Harmsway breaks up the run, and the Knitters, I think, are on a roll here, and they might limit the Gators to a field goal. Who knows? Maybe even a fortunate fumble recovery for a pick 6. Who knows? It's going to shove them back 3 yards. Howard looking for someone open. Throws it to the end zone, and it's caught! Larry Balding with his 2nd touchdown of the game brings the Gators up to 30. And the Knitters with 3 major injuries to both halves of their team on offense and defense. They're really feeling the difference that Dirk Frickner, Destin Mystery, and Kyrie Dingle really added to the team. And although it looked like the Knitters were on fire here in the first quarter, ever since then it's been all Gators, as the extra point is good for Andre Fourscore, and it's 31-30. The Knitters down 30 points. And this might be one of the most one-sided games we've seen in the TNFL so far. 19 seconds left in this game. Again, both teams 1-3. The Gators, after this, will be on a 2-game winning streak, and they need to keep that up until the end of the regular season if they want to hope to get a wild card spot for the very short postseason that the TNFL has. Just the wild card game and the Totally Normal Bowl. The number 1 seed currently belongs to the San Francisco Shitbirds, who are going to be playing on Friday against the Stoats in a home game. Roger Goddamn, great throw to Izzy Freestag. And they're going to try their best to send this home crowd happy with a great rally here. That completion bringing them to their 35-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining. Goddamn, stepping back, in trouble, throws it away. And Jeffrey Catman gets a sack. His second sack of the season. Nine seconds left on the board. This passionate Knitters crowd still into it. Roger goddamn in a little bit of trouble. Another great completion to Izzy Freeze Tag. Knitters use their second of 3 timeouts. 5 seconds remaining in the game. Yeah, wide receiver clearouts. Everyone is going to go deep. And we'll see if the Knitters can't end this game on a happy Hail Mary. Goddamn waiting, but no! Jeffrey Catman
Holding on the offense.
ends the parade. And a holding penalty on the Knitters only sends them deeper into despair. But with 2 seconds left, they'll try it again.
Bring that noise, D! Bring that noise!
Will this be ruined again? Goddamn, throwing it to number 19, and he gets the first down! Holy moly! Dick Wheeler with a heck of reception, but that's going to bring us to the end of the game, and the Gators with a crushing victory on the road against a division rival. And they're going to try and use this 2-win streak to try and rally back here. Hopefully into the playoffs. Yeah, Larry Balding, oh my god, with 2 touchdowns. That touchdown to end the second quarter. Holy moly, I did not see that coming. Holy shoot. How did Graham Howard do? Roger goddamn 58.4. He threw that interception. He was doing so well up to that point, but 59% completion is not super great. Graham Howard throwing for 100.5, 198 passing, passed for 3 touchdowns, but threw an interception. That's, if he didn't throw that interception, it'd be so high. He only got a 55% completion rating though. That's Knitters defense not making it easy on him. And yeah, Aston Sullivan rushing for 53 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah, average 4.8. That's pretty good in the TNFL. And Kelly Olajewova was halted to 3.8. And man, Olajewova has hit some sort of roadblock, whether it be with the team's blocking or whether it be his own performance. That's really... we were putting him on a pedestal as one of the best running backs in the league, but these past 3 games have been not super great for him. This one, 39 yards out of 10 attempts. And Graham Howard rushed 6 times. He had a couple of big hits, but he was able to get himself back up to net 0. That's funny. Izzy Freeze Tag, no surprise here that he was the best receiver of the game. 74 yards, 7 receptions, average of 10.5. Roger Goddamn and Izzy Freeze Tag were meeting up all game long, and it's a shocker that they were not able to score more than 3 points this game. Like, what is going on? And Larry Balding, 21.3 average, above and beyond for the Gators, as they seem to have thrown the ball to pretty much everybody evenly. Interesting, Doug Gongshow, the fullback, with 3 receptions. And Mel Poopsie trying to step it up in the wake of Kyrie Dingle's absence. Leads with 9 tackles, holy moly. But man, who got that interception into a fumble, into the ball being kicked upfield 10 yards to the Gators re-recovering it. That, I'm gonna be remembering that for a long time. What the hell, dude? Well, thank you so much for watching. Please join us Friday night as the Seattle Stoats are on the road against the San Francisco Shitbirds. The Seattle Stoats 2-2, the Shitbirds 3-1. The Shitbirds, the #1 overall seed right now, and Seattle, though, smells blood. They're currently 1-0 in their division rivalry matchup against each other, and we'll see if the Stoats can get the sweep, or whether the Shitbirds will wash it out here on Friday night. Please join us then. It should be really fun and awesome. But until then, I've been TG. Thank you so much for watching the Totally Normal Football League. Take it easy.